Welcome back to Ahead of the Curve. Changes are coming to the way we watch DVDs at home. ABC's Liz Marlantis has more.
The legal movie download business is getting a big boost from some changes in regulations and new technology for DVD burning. To learn more, we're joined from San Francisco today by Mark Ely from Sonic Solutions. Welcome, Mark.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about this new technology that your company has developed.
Well, what we decided to do is look for a way to combine the economics of digital distribution of movies with the benefits of DVD, which is the most popular consumer electronics video format ever. And we came up with a way to put the same copy protection on recordable DVDs that you get in DVDs you buy at the store. And that's what gives consumers the ability to then download and burn professional quality DVDs at home.
And of course, up until now, it's basically been illegal for people to burn DVDs of things that they download, right?
Exactly. People have been able to find movies on the internet, download those, burn them to DVDs, but that's always been done kind of illegally. There hasn't been a legitimate way to do that, one that's Hollywood approved and one that the industry is really behind. And what Sonic's been able to do is provide that technology that we call Qflix that enables consumers to do this legally, and we think really opens up a whole brand new distribution channel for movies.
And so tell us a little bit about this distribution channel. I mean, what do you see, how do you see this changing the market?
Well, what we see is that, the challenges with standard DVD production today is that very often consumers go into retail, they can't find the DVD that they want because it's either not in stock or it's not in print, and that just has to do with the economics of getting movies to the store. Very often it's very hit-driven, so you see a lot of real popular titles on the shelf, but you don't see the older movies, maybe special interest titles. And on the flip side, you have the internet where there's lots of content, but that content, when you download it to your PC, is either locked to your PC or it's illegal. And we combine the best of both. We combine the broad distribution economics of digital transmission, which lets the studios really get lots and lots of content out inexpensively. And then we put DVD burning next to the consumers, either at home on their PCs or in a kiosk in retail or even at the back end of an e-store, so that consumers can find the content they want and then burn it to a format that's really broadly acceptable and highly compatible, and that's DVD.
And tell us a little bit more about this kiosk idea. I mean, what exactly would something like this look like for someone who doesn't have a DVD burner at their home, which obviously you'd need to have, right, if you want to do this at home? What's the alternative?
Right, well, the alternative is to do this in store. And, the amazing statistic is that we've heard as many as 30% of consumers that go in to buy DVDs in retail can't find the DVD that they want because it's either not in stock or it's not in print. So imagine walking down the DVD aisle of your favorite retailer and you find a kiosk, and that kiosk lets you search by your favorite artist, director, producer, actor, find just about any movie. You hit a button, you purchase the movie, and in about 5 to 8 minutes, the disc pops out, and you're ready to go home with a movie that otherwise you wouldn't be able to find.
Right. And the advantage, as you said, for stores is they can now stock virtually everything, essentially.
Exactly. Think of it as like unlimited shelf space.
Right. Now, I have to ask you, there has been talk for some time that DVDs are perhaps going to be an outmoded technology in the near future. I mean, it seems like technology goes through new things, at a mind-numbing pace. How long do you see DVDs being around at this point?
Well, the amazing thing is that there's over 1.4 billion DVD players worldwide. It's everywhere. And even though we're clearly moving toward digital distribution, we're moving toward high-definition formats, DVD is going to be around for a long time. And we see this kind of on-demand download and burning of DVDs really being a transitional format, but one that's going to be around probably for 5 to 10 years.
And there's two formats of DVDs coming out, right? And are you compatible with both of those?
Yes, so the thing about our download and burn format that we call Qflix is that it essentially looks exactly like a standard DVD title. And those titles will play back both in the DVD player you have in your home today, as well as next generation, high-definition DVD players that you'll purchase in the future.
And just explain again, so the way that this is copyright protected, essentially if I download something in my house and burn a disc in my house, I can't then pass that disc along or make multiple copies of that? Is that the way this works?
That's essentially the idea. The idea is that the studios, the content owners, really want to make sure that that the titles that are downloaded and burned are essentially identical to what you'd find in retail, which means it's kind of hard to copy those. They're not easily copied and then transmitted to your friends and things like that. Once it's on a disc, you can do whatever you want with it. You can actually play it in the living room. You can play it in the car. You can play it in your laptop computer. And it behaves pretty much exactly like a standard DVD would. And it's got the same copy protection that standard retail DVDs have.
And do you find that people still, as you look at the market, do you find that people still really want to have that copy of the DVD? I mean, I have to say, my husband and I, we have video on demand now through our cable service, and that's pretty much all we do now. We don't use our DVD player very often anymore.
Yeah. Well, the really amazing thing is that there's really two markets that have evolved for home media. There's kind of a rental market, whether you're renting through Netflix or Blockbuster or even video on demand, which is kind of a rental. And then there's the purchase and own market. And there are a lot of people that collect and own DVDs. In fact, it's a $25 billion industry. And DVD represents more than half of all the money that Hollywood makes on content comes from DVD titles. So clearly there's a lot of people purchasing DVDs, and that's the market that we're really trying to address.
All right, Mark Ely of Sonic Solutions, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Liz, and thank you for joining us. I'm Yunji Denise in Washington, and now you are ahead of the curve.